Hi everyone, it's me again, Ein. This is the ZD Racing 1/8 scale truggy Arrma Kraton EXB 1/8 scale roller. I'm gonna run these two around and see which one is better handling. So I fixed the steering of this 9021 and it seems so wobbly. All the bearings are loose due to wear for 2 years of using this. And then the shocks are not really as so I expect the Kraton to be handling better. We will see because the Kraton is much heavier than this. So I'm checking the weight, it's zone zeroed. The weight is 3.6 kilograms. So in order for this to stand, I put a small styro here. So the weight is around 4.3 kilograms. So there is around 700 grams difference between the two of them. 700 grams when it comes to RC, it's really heavy. It's equivalent to one battery or even two batteries. And also on the crate, I removed all the decals. I just retained the headlights, the Kraton writing here on the side, and then they don't just blast stickers and these two window stickers here. And I put on the duct tape as the window stickers. It's a plain gray duct tape. So I'm running those two cars on the same electronics. So these are the electronics that I'm going to use, starting from the controller, DumboRC 6-channel with gyro, of course the receiver, and then the Awanfi battery 5000 mAh 100C discharge. So I have, and then the ESC is Max6 160 amps, capable of 8S. The fake Castle motor 2200 kV. Of course the motor fan that comes with it to avoid overheating. 25 kilogram JX servo, Ecoboost. So this is a really fast servo and also a strong one. So this is the real deal. The electronics that will go into those RC trucks. This is 1388 grams. So let's say 1.38 kilograms. So you have this servo motor, pinion gear, the receiver, the ESC, and the battery. So I am resorting to using the 15-tooth pinion gear on the ZD Racing. So this is a 9021 V3, same electronics with a Kraton, but I'm running with the 15-tooth pinion on, still on 4S. These tires are the tires that I'm going to use, so they are the same tires that I will be using on the Arrma Kraton. So to make it fair for the grip on the road. Ouch. So this is the Arrma Kraton 8 scale. So I'm just going to use a 15 tooth pinion on the motor here, just to make everything equal on the Z Racing and the Arrma. So I just put on the new guards there on the nose and on the roof. I got all these things from a hanger that's broken. Same setup as the ZD Racing. I am using currently the 15 tooth pinion. This set of tires are also from the ZD Racing. all the runs. First run I used the ZD Racing. It ran well around those corners out there on the street. There's just a bit of a problem when it comes to steering though. It steers left really well, but when it steers right, there's a bit of like, I think it's just limited. So that's what I noticed. I think it's with the servo, the Ecoboost servo is a bit limited on that part there. The bearings are of course really busted, not busted, but they're worn out. You can see much play there, the bearing alone, and then the geometry of this is also having a lot of play. So when I put the wheel on, the difference is really remarkable. The wheel is like moving this way, literally, and same with the other side. So there's a lot of play on the parts that are not supposed to be moving, and then the front part also has play and everything. So that affects the turning, the performance, the cornering, and also the suspension. And also the front suspension arms, the upper arms are just customized, so they're a piece of soft metal that can be bent and can be bent back easily when anything happens. But the catch here is that this part broke here a bit long ago, so I just secured it with a cable tie. You see there, so there's a lot of play going on here. So the suspension itself is not stable, but despite all those, this ZD Racing is still handling so well. It handles like almost, you know, as I rate it, it handles almost the same as the Kraton ones. So for 2 years of me driving it, I haven't replaced any bearings on it. So the bearings are still stock out of the box since 2 years ago. Then suspension arms are still the same suspension arms on all the links, and the screws, they're all the same. So that explains it, wear and tear. So it affects the handling. But when I replace the steering post here with a new one, it's much better. Of course, I can definitely run it on the track. When I was speed running this ZD Racing, I noticed that I cannot keep it straight. Really, it's really hard to keep it straight past 40 miles an hour, say past 60 kilometers an hour. It's because of the, well, one factor is the ballooning of the tires. Then also it's because of this the suspension arms, like too unstable. So as I said earlier, this part here is wiggling, so that contributes to, you know, to difficulty keeping it straight. So that's it for the ZD Racing. Overall, for me, I love this. Actually, I just don't bash it. I just run it around in circles and do some passes, but bashing, no, I don't recommend. Whereas the Arrma Kraton is like expectedly will perform better. So on speed runs, it is like more straight and it's more stable high speed because there are less play on the suspension, less play on the wheel. For the handling, it handles just slightly better than the 2-year-old ZD Racing with a lot of wear on it. So I can say that, you know, it doesn't really handle that good compared to my Arrma Limitless, but I can still run it around like on the track. And then overall, if I am to rate the performance, the handling, the straight line stability of this Arrma Kraton, I'd rate it around 9 over 10, 8 over 10. So if I rate it 8 over 10, then I'd rate the ZD Racing 7 over 10. So not much difference. So for the price of like €180, I mean $180 compared to a $500 roller. So when you're just running it around or like doing some runs on the track, so it's really like this could be a thing. You better, if you want to save, you better have this. But if you want something like all around, you want to bash, you want to do some speed runs, you want to do it track racing, or you want an off-road, on-road, and you want some durability, Of course, you can always have the Kraton, so it's better. So it's up to you. Well, for me, I'm happy with both. So I don't run the Kraton all the time, so I run this one when I'm just running around. I mean strolling around, and I just want to play, and then I just play this. And I want some more let's say I want more action, I play the Kraton. So overall, they are really good. They're almost as good when it comes to handling.